Hi pal, this is a nice bit of ash that I've had left in the garden. It's a bit smaller than the other piece, but looking at it, it seems to be just about right to work on. So it will be around about the same size as my Kuksa. It might be just a bit slightly smaller. We'll see. So at the minute, I'm just getting the size right. I'm just going to saw that off. Straight down there. So that gives me a little bit more room to play with the handle then. And hopefully a better shape than mine. So yeah, nice bit of ash there. Saw the front off because I had a couple of gouges out of it, so I've got rid of that. That should be fine. And you'll have a bit of a stump growing there, which is quite cool, I think. Nice effect. So that's the size you're going to be looking at, which is the size of a normal cup. So I'm just going to go slightly, I could do it out actually. I'll go in, I'll make it a bit smaller. But it'll be a decent sized cup for you to have a drink out of anyway, mate. So far, pal, it looks like a good piece. There's no cracks in it so far, so hopefully, fingers crossed, should be a Kuksa winging its way to you.
Red barm wrap.
I'll have a wrap, please. Get in there now, shape's going, isn't it? Trying to get it more rounded at the front for you. That's the plan. Take these jagged edges off. That's a bit better, isn't it? I'll bring you back in a minute. So there's a small layer just under the bark. You can see the thickness of it. That is the actual bark. I need to get that down and off, down to the wood. Right, so I've got most of the bark off and got a bit of a shape to it now. So that's the bottom side. I'm knackered. So it's taking shape now, buddy. That ain't bad. That's good. This is going to be a nice one if it works out. This side needs more work, but it's going to be a nice shape. Up to now, nothing, no cracks. There is a bit of a knot kind of there, but I think that looks pretty cool. And you've got one there as well, a big one, which once you oil it up and keep it oiled, that'll look mint. So yeah, it's coming along, pal. I hope you like it. Okay, job stopped for the day. I've been an idiot and not worn gloves and nearly chopped my thumb off with the axe. That is why you always wear gloves, safety gloves, when you're doing stuff like this. But hey, look at the mess, man. So this is what we're up to. That is looking pretty damn good. I do say so myself. The shape's there. And I'm thinking I'm going to keep that for you. Like, just sliding down there as opposed to... We'll see how it goes anyway. We'll see what we're left with. But yeah, that looks pretty damn good. Chuffed with it. But yeah, game over with for today. I'll do a bit more tomorrow. I'll come back out. I'll do a little bit more on it. So I've cut the end off now because I've got the shape that I kind of like. And I hope you like it, buddy. So I'm going to try and round it up a little bit more. I like the handle. It's a lot better than my handle. So I'm going to just going to cut it down and round it off both sides at the back as well. Round it all off nicely for you, and then shape it all up, and then the final bit will be to dig it out. Not bad. Day's work. Not bad going, that, is it? Okay, buddy, so I started doing the knife carving now. So I've just done that. A little bit of an end to it, if you can see. And I've also carved in this section here, which I think is really cool for grabbing hold of. Like that, or your thumb round it. It just gives you a bit of a grip to hold the actual handle. So I've done that all the way around. I think it's just a nice little bit more of a design for you. So yeah, I'm going to wait till it's pretty much dried out before I drill this in. That's what I learned from the past anyway. Let it dry out a lot more. Less chances of it cracking then. And then I'll just drill straight through and do what I do with the inside then. But yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Weighs an absolute ton. Good luck getting this up a mountain. But no, I think once that's chiseled out, once we get all that out, it'll be a lot lighter. But yeah, I do like working with ash. It's a tough wood, but you do get something that's going to last you a lifetime. Okay, so next stage, or coming up to final stages actually now. And this is the fun bit. Now, you really didn't think that I would do this by hand, did you? No way. Special tool for this job. It would have took me an absolute age to actually do it by hand. So the next best thing is this contraption. This saves on so much time and effort. But the only problem with this is that you can't really get a smooth edge inside it like mine, but I'm hoping it'll be alright for you, pal. Woo! I've brought the big guns out now. We're on the electric. The batteries have died, so hopefully this should do the trick. Woo. Right, up to the sanding stage now. Doesn't look very neat, but it will do, or it'll look neater anyway. Oh gosh, things you do, things you do. Right. That is pretty much it. All done for you, mate. There's a couple of holes that you'll see when you get it. Don't worry, it's not termites, it's just where I had the drill this afternoon, just drilling in. I've tried my best cutting it out with the hook knife there, as you can see. That's all from basically in there and tidying it up inside from what a mess the drill always makes. But yeah, don't worry about it, like I say, it ain't termites. So yeah, so what I suggest to do, the final stages for me will be to put some coconut oil on for you and just let it dry out a little bit more. The thing is actually pretty darn dry, so I'm expecting no cracks on this really. I mean, there's a little bit of a crack at the front there that you can see, but that's directly on the knot in the middle and coming off, so you have got plenty of room inside that won't reach and it won't spoil it. What I tend to do, if you do find any problems that it's going thick of the crack, further we go, focus there, just put a little bit of wood filler, just the, don't ever put wood filler inside, obviously because you're drinking there, but on the outside just there will be fine. On mine, mine's cracking just slightly round here, so I put some wood filler in the back there and it's fine. So yeah, that is pretty much it, all nice and sanded for you. I've done a little bit more work on that so that you can tie something round and have it hanging up. You want to put it up in your shed or whatever you want to do, or wherever, your toilet. You might not think much of it, it might not even get into the toilet. But I'm quite impressed with it. I think it looks pretty cool, mate. So yeah, that is pretty much done. So I'll oil it up and get it in the post here. Okay, just a test to see how much you actually get in the Kuksa. It's not as big as mine, I don't think. So you get, well, probably just shy of half a cup there, really. And that's quite a big mug. So what you can do if you want it bigger, Chris, is just basically get yourself a spoon knife and just dig down. You have got a lot to play with there. So it'll give you something to do as well, you know what I mean? You can put your own stamp on it then as well. So yeah, get a spoon knife off eBay and just keep carving down and around the sides. That way you probably get all of that in there, to be honest with you. I mean, you can use the back as well, you can cut through it into the back. So there's plenty of options to do. But it's a start for you, isn't it, pal? So just a tip for you as well, if you do decide to get yourself a spoon knife, the way I've been doing it, which you'll struggle otherwise, you've got to find the way the grain, really, it's like the way the dragon in it, the way the grain. So that's the back of the handle there, obviously, the back of the Kuksa, and it's that way for this side and that side, and then you have to kind of swap it round that way again for this side, but then you've got to turn it round and do it at the front that way, and then you can probably get up to about there, and then you have to swap again to that side and do it that way. Right, so final stage. This is the coconut oil. So like I say, just heat a little bit up in the microwave and then just rub it on. Now, what I tend to do is do this a few times and then I swap to olive oil. So every time I wash it, what I tend to do as well is just wash inside there. Try not to constantly keep getting it wet. You know, obviously if it's dirty, if you've had it down at camp and it needs a scrub, then give it a scrub, but normally I tend to just clean it inside with fairy liquid and stuff like that, and then put the oil on every time you get back home when you've cleaned it. Just put some, like I said, buy a jar of this and use it a few times. Keep on putting it on every few days, you know, while we're in lockdown. Keep putting it on every few days just to keep the wood supple and let it dry out nice and slow, mate, and then it won't crack at all then. I don't think it will crack. I think it's pretty much bone dry as it is, but yeah, I'd recommend doing that. And then once you get used to it, when we're let back out camping, just start putting olive oil on it when you get in and give it a wash. You can see how it's changing now, the colour. I mean, look at mine, look at colour of mine now. And that's with putting oil on it every time I bring it back home. And hopefully this will last you a lifetime, pal.